said make a theme song for my show. Said alright, just give me all the details, man. And my homie says he don't know. Well, if you're gonna pay me big bucks, cause I might should have something to say. He said, you know what I bring, I'm the customizing king, nothing else matters anyway. So is he gonna have guests? I don't know. Is he gonna go live? I don't know. What time will it be? What will you see? I'm pretty much in the dark, but I can guarantee you'll be customizing action figures, getting paint all on his fingers. It's art by Ackerman. It's art by Ackerman. Tips and tricks and conversation, sharing his gift with every nation. It's art by Ackerman. Art by Ackerman. You best get ready, cause now it's time for Art by Ackerman.
I don't know, will he go live? I don't know. But I am live. I'm here. Got some friends here joining me. We're going to have a good time. First, want to start off by just saying thank you to everybody who has tuned into the channel, who has subscribed. We hit 500 subscribers in like 10 days. We're currently like 620 or something. It's been amazing. Trying to put out content as often as I can. And I just appreciate everybody's support. So we're just going to do some giveaways tonight. Before I call out folks in the chat and bring my guests on and stuff, I just want to make mention that we're going to do a giveaway for every 25 people watching tonight, up until 8 giveaways. So if we get up to 200 people, that'll be the max number of giveaways. I will tell you the last ones are kind of doozies. So, tell your friends, tell your family, whatever, get some folks in here. More people, more prizes. And then we will get started. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just pull up the first one real quick to get us rolling, because we've already got over 25 people. So let me share this. We are giving away one of these Griffin Knight sets. This was a Legion Shop piece that's now over at Wolf King Customs. $30 set. It's got the pauldrons in the head there. Very nice for like your beginner or amateur customizer. You could really easily throw a nice dry brush on there. But at the same time, could be good for an expert customizer as well, because there's a lot of details in there if you want to paint it a certain way. So I think this would be good for just about anybody. So we're going to do this under the hashtag Griffin. So you can type in hashtag Griffin to be entered for that first drawing of this Griffin Knight set. So let me stop sharing that. And let's go ahead and bring our guests on here. First off, I've got Guisagwe Echevarria. How you doing, G?
Pretty good. Excited over here. Like, what excited you, new channel and everything. I'm doing good. Thank you.
I appreciate you joining me. You've been super supportive of the channel so far. I mean, every single video that I got, you're in there multiple times, commented throughout the video. So I really appreciate it. Yeah,
they're awesome stuff. They're awesome. Your videos are awesome. And I'm starting out, like, I've been painting for years, but I've never been consistent with it. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? I've never gotten, like, that chance to just get on a roll with it. But I promised myself, talking to Jordan, I remember, and I said, I'm going to be consistent. And your videos just help with that. And to add to that Griffin Knight, I'm not the best out there. Like, you know what I mean? I don't even consider myself a customizer or nothing like that. But what people could do with that set is the Griffin Knight set. It's a beautiful set. It has so many details. Like you said, they could just, like,
it's one of those. It's an Emil sculpt, and he does a really good job of making certain things to where it's good for really any level of customizing. Like I said, you could easily just paint it black, do a dry brush of some metallic on there, and call it a day. Or you can start painting in some of the details like you did there, like do certain accent colors and stuff, because the sculptural details are there to do that. So, yeah, so it's a nice one. We've got another gentleman joining us. We were going to have MJ with us. MJ Staten has been posting pretty much every time I do a video. He's been posting it in the Cabal and the Purple Gang group and everywhere, letting people know that a new video is posted. So I really appreciate his support. He wasn't able to make it tonight. But another person has been very supportive and just kind of helped coaching me through this whole YouTube process. Because as much as I've been on YouTube on various different channels, this is my first channel. So I kind of needed some expert tutelage, and there's nobody more expert than Kent Pool Collects. What's up, Kent?
Kent's here.
Yeah. You're muted, Kent. You're looking great though, but we can't hear you.
Too many buttons, too many computers. We got the green light tonight. You know, wow. I was focused on the visual and
you got the gamma radiation going on. You're about ready to turn into the Incredible Hulk. Yeah.
We're gonna Hulk up tonight. All these prizes, these giveaways. My guy is killing it.
Yeah.
I love his first shot at his YouTube channel. And funny story. So me and Curtis, we were just kind of like hanging out at Legion's Con, and out of nowhere, Curtis is like, "Hey, can we get this thumbnail?" And I'm like, "Thumbnail? What?" And then boom, here we are tonight live. So the guy, he's got plans. He's working it all out. So I love it. Keep supporting him. You might be here for prizes tonight, but you got the ultimate prizes in these videos and what you can pick up.
Facts.
Yeah, when I found out that MJ couldn't make it, and I asked you, and you said you were able to make it, I was like, wait a minute. I think I got a picture of me, G, and Kent from Legion's Con all together. That'll make an easy thumbnail. Just throw that and some giveaway on it, and yeah, it worked out really well. So, let's go ahead and get this first giveaway up here and pull it, and then we'll go ahead and call out the chat and stuff. So here we go. We've got hashtag Griffin. We got 24 people in there. We'll give them another couple minutes because we got 46 watching. So hit that hashtag Griffin to be entered into this drawing, and let me shout out the chat here. So we've got Imbert in the chat. We've got Dave Orkin. Hank Shaw is out there. Kirby is watching. Got Ray, as well as Purple Ray. Dub3 is in the house. We got Jeremy Govier. I am TJ Williams. Don't be fooled by the H. It's silent, folks. Corey Meyer. We've got Rob Zamora in the house. Miguel Gomez Jr. We got Brian Lynn over at Carver Customs here. Guaisagwe, he's on the screen and in the chat, pulling double duty. Got Jordan out there, who left some Warlock. Patrick Boyle, PB Boyle. Alexis Ackerman, I know her, that's my daughter. We got Tanya McCoy is in the house. Andy the Collector. We got Ricardo out there. Mike V in the chat. Got Stacy Lynn. So we got 3 Lyns out there. Oz is watching, so that's cool. We got Stephanie Orkin. So we got 2 Orkins. We got 3 Lyns. We got 1 McCoy so far. I'm sure the other one's watching. We got the Thor 2941.
All right.
King Castle Seizure is out there. We got Kent Pool pulling double duty. Let's see. Pink Lemonade. We got 5 Bonks Bruh Archives. Awesome name.
I love it.
Awesome. Yeah. Scrolling. Got some people put in the hashtag, which is great. Remember, that's hashtag Griffin with an IN at the end. Oz. Might want to check your spelling there. Scrolling. We got Mecha Rekka is in the house. We got BG out there. Loop is here. We've got Kevin McCoy. So we got both McCoys here. Kevin Maboots is out there. Scrolling. Got Sean Chipman in the house. A lot of repeats. Darla Ackerman. I know that lady.
Hey.
Yep. She says she sees those dolls in the background, G.
Yeah.
Those dolls are going to be riding a dragon soon. Let's see. Turi Zero. Jen is out there. We got Silverback Customs. Van Johnson is here. Endless Fables. Man, we got a lot of folks. We are rocking tonight. Jamie Rockwood. Gina is out there. Gina's been doing a lot of customizing lately. Scrolling. We got KT Logan, and Holodrem. Oh, and David Williams just popped in. So,
whoa.
Yep. Yeah, so we've got quite a few people. We're already up to 50, so that's 2 prizes. So let's give away this this Griffin one, and then we will get the next one keyed up. So here we go. We got 41 people in there. We are gonna spin this
and hit the like button.
Well, let's see who. Let's see who it lands on. Yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. All right. Todd C.
Congrats.
Very nice. Todd, you can either hit me up on Instagram, Art by Ackerman, or hit me up on Facebook. Message me your information, and I will get that set out to you. So, all right, let's get the next giveaway ready. And let's see which one we're going to do next. I think we will do this one. Hashtag. We're going to go with hashtag Cosmic Head. So hit that hashtag Cosmic Head, and I've got a little set of heads here. So let me move that and biggen myself. So got 3 different heads here. So these two have been done by Emil Wickman. You've got, this is the CA Trooper head, CA as in Curtis Ackerman. So it's just a little kind of space trooper head he did for me. And then you've got this like alien with like the breathing apparatus on the side. I'm not sure if that's going to focus. Let's see if we can, maybe. No. So you got that one. So those 2 heads. And the one that I painted up on the video where I was talking about paintbrushes, the only paintbrushes you'll ever need, painted up this camo CA Trooper head.
Beautiful.
So whoever wins this one will get 2 unpainted heads that you can work on yourself, plus this one that I did that you can put on a figure. So
sweet.
Yeah, you get all 3 of those. So as we're collecting that, just want to talk a little bit about the channel, kind of what the game plan is and how things have been going. So, you know, I got one segment that's kind of reoccurring right now, which is the how they do that segment, which has been very popular. Right. The most views on the channel on anything is the one that I did with Eric LeBron right now, where he talked about like doing a stone like paint job with like gargoyles and stuff. So we did that one with him. Then this past week I had one that dropped with Maynard, where he was doing his rust technique, the old Rust King Maynard. And then we did one with Matt Stein, where he talked about his patina and how to do the patina. So
patina prints.
Yeah. So that's the how they do that segment. I'm going to continue to talk to different customizers in the community about a certain either single custom that they did or a style of custom that they do, and just pick their brain so that you guys can kind of get some insight into how they do what they do. And hopefully they're giving you things like, what paints they used, what techniques they used, things like that. I do have a couple more that are recorded. One's going to drop this Tuesday with Joe Martinez, where we talk about the Cyclone custom that he did. And then I recorded one today that'll drop the following Tuesday with Emil Wickman. And he's going to talk about how to modify Legion's parts, which I do have a video that's already on the channel about modifying Legion's parts with a Dremel, X-Acto knife, things like that. But Emil goes into a little bit more detail and actually talks through a couple of the customs that he did on how he modified those. So that segment has seemed pretty popular. So that'll continue each week. That's that'll be out every week, no matter what. I do have, where I've recommended a few things, some paintbrushes, a heat gun. I'll continue to do those kind of things where I'm recommending stuff. And I want to continue to do videos where I'm trying new things that I've never tried before, different techniques, different paints. If you guys have suggestions for things like that, things that you'd like to see me try that maybe I don't normally do, hit me up and that might make a video. So everything else is just kind of, like extra stuff that I'm throwing out there. But those are kind of the 3 staples that you'll probably get from me every single week. So, G, so far, what has been the thing that you've been most interested in the channel?
The channel, all the tips on it, like especially the tips on like the accessories to use, like the paintbrushes, the what you did right there with the heat gun. I've never used a heat gun or nothing like that, and I'm kind of intimidated by it. But now, like my interest is peaked. You know, I'm gonna probably wind up getting one. It's a very enabling channel as well. I picked up paintbrushes already, a couple of other things. The dry palette I'm looking for, but overall, like each episode for me has been something that I learned. Even when it's like little things, when you show how to clean a brush, like you didn't even show how to clean a brush, but I picked it up. I was like, yo, that's how you properly do it, huh? It's little things that I wind up catching on those channels. And that pop and swap one was beautiful because you broke it down to a T. And a figure that I had in backstories that I haven't used yet, sorry Cullen, was the Blue Hagnon. And I have it back there, and then you just brought it to life with a Cosmic, made me order another Cosmic. I might be biting that style or do something totally different.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely not a pop and swap master like Dork Lair or Joe Suter. But I just had this idea just from seeing the Fisher Ice figure that Blue Hagnon would just go well with it, that the colors would match up well. And I really liked how that came out. And my goal whenever I try to pop and swap, because you know, you can do it to where you get one cool figure and then you've got a bunch of leftover parts.
That's what I usually do.
You know, but my goal is always to try to get 2 usable figures out of it. So if I'm going to pop and swap it, I'm going to do it with 2 figures. I'm going to try to get 2 figures at the end that I really enjoy. And I was able to accomplish it with that one. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was amazing. It looked amazing. Both figures were just, wow. It gave me so many ideas. Like, and I pick up like, I might not do the same exact thing from your channel, whatever the case may be, but it sparks an idea that I might have had, or it gives me an idea to do something else with it. You know what I mean? To go like a different route. And I think that's what I'm kind of sad that there weren't none this weekend, you know, but we here live. Is he going to go live?
Yeah. Yesterday was the first day that there was nothing new on the channel in 2 weeks. And it takes a lot to get something out every day. So
of course
I'm not going to be able to do it, you know, every single day. But like I said, you'll at least get 3 videos a week from me. And you know, whatever else I can do on top of that is kind of gravy in my opinion. But let me pull up a couple comments and then I'll get to you, Kent. Carver Custom says need to get Dirk on to show how he does marble effects. That's a great idea. I also want to talk to him about the dye jobs on like the Hagnons and stuff. He does a really good job with those. Nice. Which fan agreed with that. He also said we need a Darla episode. I've had a lot of people tell me they need a Darla episode talking about her capes. We'll see. I'll ask her. She's not one that usually likes being on video, but we'll see. I'll keep pushing that. So, and then Harem says, love the tutorial videos, Curtis. Thank you. Appreciate it. So I'm going to try to keep all that stuff coming. You know, a lot of why this started there, I had some discussion with another gentleman in our customizing studio. And, you know, he was of the mindset that there's just not a lot of help out there for people that are trying to do this, trying to customize action figures, especially Mythic Legions. There's a lot of miniature painting tutorials and things out there, but not a lot for full customs and really not a lot for Mythic Legions. And I kind of disagree with him at first because I do know of some place. I mean, I've been in the community now for several years and I know certain places where these things exist, right? But they're like in pockets here and pockets there. And so the more I thought about it, it was like, hey, is there an easier way to do this where we could make like an entire channel that's all it is about customizing? And so that's kind of where the idea from this sparked from. So Kent, you are a YouTube expert at this point. You put out amazing videos. Your content is great. What are your thoughts on the channel so far? What things am I doing well? What things am I really screwing up? What are your thoughts?
So, and before we get too far into it, I had this impossible project. People told me it couldn't be done. And, you know, if you need me to come on and say how I did it, we could probably do like a minute short, but I don't know if it's full length video. You know, people told me it couldn't be done.
So you got the Noble Barge, just for people that are watching, you got the Noble Barge pauldrons on an Arakagor.
On an Arakagor.
Yeah, I was told that wasn't possible. So, yeah.
But my friend, that's why I love the channel, because you just open up the possibilities. And again, by kind of showing that access, giving people another chance to learn, be inspired, you know, just taking the time and having those conversations, how they did it. Love it. I love your audio. Sometimes I can just put it on and listen when I'm riding into the car. So as much as there are skills in front of the camera, sometimes it's just nice to put it on, listen, maybe when you're working on something, maybe if you're in between things, and just the inspiration. I mean, I'm no customizing expert. A lot of times I just try stuff and see how it comes out. And, you know, when it's pop and swap, if you don't love it, you can switch it. And some things are a little more everlasting than other things. So you just have to be comfortable. I would say one thing that with my hunts and stuff, a lot of times I will get inexpensive figures. So that way I have something to kind of practice on. So I'm not, you know, going in on a project that means the world to me. So it's
I was watching one of your videos today, and you got one of those Witcher figures for 50 cents. I was like, holy crap. Like, I mean, brand new in the box figure. This isn't like a used, like in one of those bins at a flea market. This is like brand new figure, 50 cents. I'm like, holy cow, that's great. Yeah, if you're going to customize, that's definitely the ones to do it with. So,
and don't be afraid. You know, we have some awesome companies that are out there that are putting out great prints and everything. But one great example, Legion's Con this year, I was just talking to like Dennis Derby, and he's like, hey, I got a box full of like misprints and stuff. Do you need something where you want to test some paint and everything? So having like little extras, and it doesn't always have to be right into the project. Sometimes just kind of test it and stuff before you get into something you care the world about, because I feel like people, they try to get to the end game and then they're disappointed with the results. And sometimes it just takes some patience, some practice.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, I know in the song, Jeremy says that I told him I was the customizing king. That conversation never happened, because I am definitely no customizing king. I'm doing just like Kent's saying. I just try stuff. I've learned over the years through a lot of other people's tutorials and tips and tricks. And so I'm just sharing the things that I know, but you know, I'm learning every single day. So I did want to pull up a couple comments here. KT says he's painted minis for years. He's only painted one action figure before, so this is all new to him. The tips and tricks are great. That's awesome. I'm hoping that there's going to be some crossover with some people that paint miniatures and stuff. But there is a ton out there for specific towards miniatures. Whereas, you know, this is a little bit different because, you know, there's certain things that you can do with a lot of washes and contrast paints and speed paints on miniatures that don't work exactly the same on a full-size figure. So I wanted to make sure that this was kind of more towards that. Brent says, only complaint I have is that one video didn't have the whole intro song. So here's the thing. I got some feedback from somebody. I'm not going to name any names, but I got some feedback that maybe you don't want to play the full like minute-long intro on every single one of your songs or every single one of your videos, especially if it's like a shorter video. So I'm kind of toying around with a few things where I do the shortened version, and some where I do the full version. Every one of the how they do that, anytime that I'm like talking to somebody in an interview type setting, will have the full intro song. Some of the other ones may not. So just FYI. But if that's something that I get an overwhelming response that people want the full intro every single time, I'll take a look at it. Dorklair says he grabbed a couple extra Glyos blanks to practice on. That's awesome. I think he said that he grabbed some blanks for the Armies of Ashmore too to kind of do some painting. So that's cool. Nice. And then the Thor 2941 says 69 people in the chat, 40 likes. Hulk smash that like button. And bring a few more people in, because right now we're at 71 people. We are 4 more from the next giveaway. Speaking of giveaway, let's take a look at this one. We got 71 people watching. We got 48 in the giveaway. We'll give that just another minute. Let me scroll through these comments again real quick. Hey, Curtis, hope you've been able to get a meal and some rest with how busy you've been. It's been a lot of stuff that I'm trying to put out, but it's been fun. And just hearing that there's, a few people that have either picked up a tool to try or have tried a new method or something. The fact that it's being helpful at all is just the reward I need. So I appreciate it, and just all the support and kind words and everything. So all right, let's get this giveaway rolling. We're now up to 51. We're going to spin this. Remember, this is for 2 unpainted Emil Wickman Cosmic heads, as well as the camo painted one that I did in the video where I talk about the only paintbrushes you'll ever need. So let's spin this and see who gets it.
Here we go.
Here we go. And it is Jen Sayak. So there you go. So Jen, hit me up either on Instagram, Art by Ackerman, or on Facebook, Curtis Ackerman, and get me your info, and I will get that off to you. So let's see. And next, we're going to give away a set of these sanding sticks, which I might do a video on later this week.
That'll be good.
I love these things. It goes from 80 grit to 7,000. And these things are just really cool. They taper down to a point, and they're really easy to use even in tight spaces. And you can go, really rough with something all the way up to like making it like glass. I've got a video this week where I talk about my favorite customs that I did this year. One of them is the Swig, the Cosmic Swig one. And on that one, I took the visor on there and I cut it in half, and it had a purplish tint to it. And I took all that tint off of it by just sanding it down and sanding it all the way up to like a 7,000 grit, which made it shiny like glass again. And you could see right through it. So these things work great depending on, what finish you're trying to get on it. You can definitely get it with these things. So we'll go ahead and give away a set of those. And let me throw a banner up there. We're just going to do #sanding. And let me get this tool ready. Hashtag.
Let me tell you all real quick while Curtis is working on that. My guy, he isn't retiring off YouTube. We're also trying to get you all to support the channel through Amazon. So Curtis is an Amazon affiliate. So anytime you enjoy the videos and want to try out the different things that Curtis is using, use those links, okay? I mean, he's not going to get he's not going to be Eli months up in the admin and everything. So, but if you want to help and support out the channel, that's a great way to support the channel. If you're going to buy it anyways, you might as well just use those links. And again, just an easy way to support the channel. If you see something on the video, you want to try it out, use those links.
Yep. And appreciate you bringing that up. So the way that program works, you have to have 3 different people purchase something within the first 180 days. I've already had 9 items ordered through my affiliate link. So I am now officially part of the Amazon program. So thank you for everybody that's went out there and bought something. I really appreciate it. And it's these things, they're Amazon's not out to lose money. So it's not like I'm, going to get rich off of this or anything, but it does help with some of the expenses and different, paints that I'm purchasing and giveaways and stuff. Like it definitely will assist with all that stuff. So definitely appreciate that shout out there, Kent. Let's see. So what do we got coming up this week? Tomorrow I have got my top 10 figures of the year. So this is just figure purchases that I made throughout the year, stuff that came out in 2024. If you follow Let's Go Off-World channel, you already saw me kind of go over some of these with the top 10. A little bit different in the video that'll drop tomorrow. I talk about what things that I would customize on those figures. So not only like, hey, these are my favorite 10 toy purchases of the year, but do I ever see myself customizing or modifying these figures? And if so, how would I modify it? So I talk a little bit about that. Tuesday, as I mentioned, I got Joe Martinez on. He's going to talk about the Cyclone custom that he did. On Wednesday this week, I've got a video dropping with, there's a Citadel technical paint called Mordant Earth. And it's a really neat paint that you like paint over top of something else. And then it as it dries, it opens and cracks. So it kind of gives this like lava rock look to it, that it like there's something else coming up underneath. So I paint a couple bases with like a toxic green and a couple bases with kind of like some lava red, orange, yellowish. And then we see kind of what looks that we can get with those. So that was a lot of fun. It took a few days, because you have to let that stuff dry for like a full 24 hours in order to get the finished look. But I think it came out pretty cool. It'll definitely, it's already started getting my mind going about certain customs that I can maybe do with it, things like that. And then on Thursday this week, I go through my favorite 10 customs that I did in 24, and talk a little bit about how I achieved the looks in each of those customs. So that's kind of the, what I've already got in the books, for this week. And then I'll probably go through another one with a, recommended tool, whether it's, stuff for cleaning your brushes, sanding sticks, something along those lines. So, anything else anything that you would like to see that you haven't seen so far?
Oh yeah, definitely. One of the things I would like to see is like more prep work on the figure and everything like that. What I mean by that, if like you're going to go into joints or something like that, like if you're going to do a full custom, how would you go about like with the sanding discs, like prepping the joints? That way you get no paint rub. And I've been stumped for the past week, and I started and restarted twice already on trying to do faces, man.
Yeah.
So I'm like sitting back patiently, you know what I mean? And
yep.
I'm waiting, and I know that's going to be an awesome video if you get to it, you know what I mean? But no rush.
Yeah, no, those are definitely good ones. I would say as far as like the joints and joint rub, this is one that I get a lot, and I will say the best thing to do is not paint the joints. That's like the absolute best thing to do.
Skip it over.
So what that means is find a piece that has the joint color that you're already looking for. So if you're going with something that you want the joints to be black, find a figure that you're going to use that has black joints. Okay. If you're doing something that's armored, find something that already has armored colored joints. And that's the easiest, because then you don't have to worry about that, because when the way that they apply paints on certain pieces at the factory is different than the way that you're going to do it, especially when it comes to like the hard plastics. And there's going to be some spots where, unless you create some room there before you paint it, when you go to adjust it and articulate it, it's going to have that paint rub, and it's going to happen. Now you can definitely Dremel, like let's say that it's an elbow joint, right? Mythic Legion elbow, and you pop the lower part off from the upper part of the arm. You can Dremel inside the upper part where that arm is going to go into it. So like the female portion, the concave portion, you can Dremel a little of that out to take off that outer layer of paint. And then you can do the same thing to the other side, so that when you do paint it, it's giving you a little bit of room in there. But even that can still cause some joint rub. So the best thing to do is to pick pieces. There's a huge library of parts right now. And the best thing is to pick something that has that color that you're already looking for. And that's where figures like, I know I've been talking a ton lately about the Fisher-Rice figure. This guy here. And, he comes with 2 sets of arms, 2 sets of legs. All of them have black joints, which is probably the best for customizing, because even if you're not going to keep it black, let's say that you're going to do a different color, having a black joint can make it look like shadows, even if you're doing a different color. So if I wanted to make this, let's say a dark purple or a brown or something like that, those black joints, I still don't necessarily have to paint, because it'll look like shadows within those dark colors that I'm doing. This has 2 sets of black arms and black legs. So like this figure is, I know some people, #DorkLayer, didn't necessarily put this as high as I think it should have been on their list. But from a customizing standpoint, this thing is fire, and they're going quickly. A lot of retailers are already out of them.
Just ordered another. Because I'm planning on, the reason I asked is because, all right, the only thing I'm probably going to have to just switch out is the ankles. But I've seen Pixis out there, and I'm not a skeleton guy and always wanted to do a human type Pixis. So with the bare body parts and everything like that, I pulled it out and everything like that. And all I got to do is give it a little, oh gosh, I forget things.
Like sanding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sanding, go for it.
And make sure you seal your parts too. I talk a lot about sealing after you're done. If you're just, well, it depends on what you're doing with your custom. Like if you're painting a custom, you're going to put in your display and you're never going to touch it, you're probably okay with not sealing it. I know Emil does a lot of customs that he doesn't seal, and he does a great job. But if it's something that you're going to sell it, it's going to be articulated. People are going to try to move it around. They're going to try to pose it a certain way. Sealing it really does help quite a bit. And I use Mr. Super Clear. They've got a couple different ones. They've got a UV gloss and a UV matte. So depending on what finish you're looking for, they've got both of those covered. And it works really well. So, I would say, try not to have to sand the joints at all by not painting the joints. If you do have to paint the joints, sand them, seal them, and then, that's about the best you can do.
I actually got that the same sealant. I think it was about a year ago or something like that. You had mentioned it on one of the chats, because I stay scrolling. I'm a silent lurker. You know what I mean? I just pick up information. And I wound up picking up that sealer, the sealant, nice. And I have it up here, and I have it I don't really do that much with it, so I got it for about a year already.
Nice. Yeah, I probably go through, when I buy them, I'll buy like 3 or 4 cans at once. And I go through quite a bit of it. I probably go through, I would say maybe 5-6 cans a year of each. Well, definitely the matte. The gloss I don't use as much. I probably only go through like a couple, but the matte I definitely go through like 5 or 6 cans a year. So as far as skin tones, here's what I'll tell you. Right now, there's the best tutorial that I know of right now is on the Wolf King Customs YouTube page, done by Stephen Bisciotti. He does a really good one where he talks about kind of the process of painting skin tones and mixing colors and things like that. The thing with that, especially if you're doing like Caucasian skin tones, there's a lot of different colors in there. There's a lot of reds and beiges and browns, and we look at human faces every single day. So if something's off with it, you're going to know right away that something's off with it just because you look at it so much.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier. I mean, first thing I would recommend for anybody getting started is something like that Griffin Knight set that we did. We showed earlier. You can do some dry brushing, you can do some armor things, and you're going to be in good shape. When you start going into skin tones, I would advise doing something kind of monsterish. So like an orc, a vampire, a goblin. Those skin tones you can play around and do some crazy shit with, and it's not going to look off. It'll just look different, Human flesh tones are quite a bit different. Now, I've got a pretty good tutorial that I do for dark skin tone. And I've got that tutorials over on the Wolf King Customs one, but I'll definitely do that on this channel, redo it, because awesome. I feel like that's a pretty easy one. But Caucasian skin tones is a little bit different, and especially if you're trying to match it to something, like if you're just doing a head and you're going to put it on, let's say, a night body, right? And it's got fully armored arms, legs, everything. Not as bad, because you're not actually trying to paint match anything. You're just painting it. You can get away with a little bit more. But if you got something where you're trying to match, let's say you've got a bare torso barbarian, and now you're trying to match that face to that torso, that becomes a little bit more difficult, because now it's not just making it look realistic, but it's also making it look realistic and the same as the rest of the skin.
Yeah, and make it aesthetically pleasing to the eyes.
Right. Yeah, for sure. But those are things that we'll definitely address on the channel.
Awesome. Awesome. I need help.
The Thor 2941 says, got to run. Congrats on the channel. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
I grew up with that guy.
Yeah. We are going to pull up that giveaway. Let's see where we're at. We are at 51 on this. We're going to go ahead and roll this thing. If I can find it here. Here we go. All right. Let's see who gets the sanding sticks. The Thor 2941. So on his way out, he gets the win. So yeah, hit me up Instagram or Facebook, and I will get that out to you.
I'll message you too.
We are not quite at the next mark for a giveaway, but I don't care. We're going to do another giveaway because I'm pretty excited about this one. But keep telling your friends. Hopefully we can get up to 100. This may be the last giveaway. If we get to 100, I'll do one more. But let me embiggen myself. So on the first episode that I did a giveaway, and I had all these prizes listed for, however many subscribers we got to. And one that I didn't get to as far as a giveaway, because we didn't hit the subscriber number, was a Sir Owain with the dark skin tone arms and legs from Legion's Con, the $10 pack. And so here's what that looks like. I just pop and swap this together right before the show. And I just thought that I love the Sir Owain body anyway, but I just thought throwing those bare arms and legs on there would look really cool. And I like the way that looks. So we're going to do this giveaway, and you're going to get this that I've pop and swapped here, but you're also going to get the regular Sir Owain arms and legs. You're going to get that bare torso that comes with the $10 set. So you're getting basically a full Sir Owain figure as well as the full $10 bear set. So awesome. Let me pull up that hashtag. Let me small myself.
Yeah, that's awesome, Curtis. My Griffin Knight is actually paint matched to the Sir Owain. So
oh, nice.
Cool. Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I just started looking for a Sir Owain on eBay. Thank you guys.
Yeah, so we're just going to do hashtag Owain on there. So
super underrated figure. I can remember getting into Legions like a few years back and seeing it everywhere. And man, such an awesome armored body and easy to pop and swap. And it's a great figure.
Yeah, I mean, I love the colors on the armor. Just that like the silver and black and gold, it just has a really cool look to it. So, and then you throw those bare arms on there, and I tell you what, that $10 bare arms or bare torso and arms and legs set is so good. I look at so many of my figures in my collection, and I go, I wonder if I throw those on there, what that's going to look like. I just want to throw those on so many figures. G up top.
I just texted the Thor because it's a friend of mine that I grew up with, that he collects like other things and everything. And I told him that he won. He said to tell you guys thank you, but he wants to pay it forward. Let someone else win. That's a customizer.
Oh, all right. Sounds good. Well, we'll respin that then. Yeah. So let's go through this Owain one, and then we'll respin the sanding sticks. Let's see. Let's see. Loop here says, I have to say, being that I just started painting 4-H figures about a year ago, I'm definitely part of your target audience. Every single episode has taught me more than a few things. That is great to hear.
Very cool.
If there's anything that you guys want to see that you haven't seen so far, anything they're interested in, let me know. I will, try to put it on the docket. Love the Dork Lair pop and swap of Owain mixed with the Gold Knight. Yeah, that's a good one too. He does some amazing pop and swaps on his channel. So yeah. I don't know how he gets through like full reviews and then also has time for the comparison pictures and the pop and swaps. Like, editing these videos and trying to get stuff out on a regular basis is not easy. So, let's see. I like how you did that. Still learning what swaps with what. Yeah, I mean, there's certain things that I know when I talk to Dork Lair, he looks at like colors a lot. Like he'll see one figure that's a certain color and he'll go, hey, this other figure has similar color scheme or whatever, or a color that maybe would go well with that. And that leads him to do a lot of his pop and swaps. For me, I'm not a huge pop and swapper, so it's one of those that I don't really think about too much. But sometimes I just end up playing with parts. I just, like maybe I did a few customs and I got a carnage pile of leftover stuff, and I'll just start putting some stuff together and go, ooh, that's kind of cool. I like how that looks. So, yeah, I usually just kind of fall ass backwards into some cool stuff. whereas I think Dork Lair plans it a little bit better. Let's see. Every time I pick up stuff from 4-H, I've been adding the bare parts since they added it. Yeah, for $10, it's a great idea. So
smart.
Let's see. I think that's it for the comments right now. What about you, Kent? Any other things that you're looking forward to on the channel, or you think I should, try to add to the mix?
No, I mean, the biggest thing I'm going to tell the awesome people we got here, which are putting the comments in tonight, just as you are enjoying things, as you're learning things, get into those comments, because the more YouTube sees you interacting with the video, the more they're going to put it out there. So maybe somebody that's never seen Curtis before is going to pick up that awesome tip. They're going to pick up that awesome product. So even if you just want to say, hi, Curtis, I really enjoyed what you did, that's going to help get it out there. So if it's something that you're enjoying and it's something that's helping you out by putting that comment in, it's going to help put that video out there even more. So just take a minute, put it in there. Hey, great job, Curtis. Hey, Curtis. And those little comments are going to help.
Yeah, for sure. I see this one here. Desker says, want to see a video on sealing painted parts. Feel like there's very few comparisons on the different sealing products available. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've got a Citadel gloss that I use called Ard Coat, which is really good for like eyes and lips and things like that. I've got a few, I think, Vallejo sealers, like paint on sealers that I don't use too much. And then obviously I got the Mr. Super Clear that I use all the time. So what I could do, just kind of thinking on the spot, is maybe take some like weapons or something, paint them all up the same way, and then use, the different sealers on them, and then just kind of compare and show you kind of what they look like. So yeah, that's a good idea. I'll see if I can't add that to the mix. I'll put that in my notes here. So, and Ende says, good to know, Kent, so we can support you guys. Awesome. Sounds good. Jen says, can you do a human eye painting video? Yes, that is definitely on the works. What I would like to do is actually kind of draw one out on paper and like do it on paper first, so you can kind of see in a blown up format, like what are the steps that I go through to paint an eye, and then actually take that and take it to a figure and do it on there. And maybe even do it on a figure that has kind of bigger eyes. Maybe like one of the Jesslyn heads or something like that, so that, you know, we got G back with us. There you go. So you can kind of see it on paper, see the steps that I do, and then actually see it on an eye and kind of go from there. So, yeah, I'll make notes on both of those. And while I do that, let's pull up this Owain one. We are up to 65 people into this one. So we're going to go ahead and spin this and see who gets it.
Spin, spin, spin. Spinning names till we get a winner.
McCoy's.
Purple Ray gets the Owain. So I believe I've got Ray's information, but yeah, just hit me up just in case, and I'll get that out to you. And then we will go ahead and just get those sanding sticks back up there, because we were told to throw that back in there. So we're just going to do the same. We'll do actually we'll just do sticks this time. Hashtag sticks. So
Sticks are back.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Yeah, different sticks though.
Right.
Yeah, STICKS. Let me get a banner going on that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would say like eyes. That's probably another good one where if you can get some of those like misprints and something to practice on before you really get into your favorite piece.
Yeah, for sure. Or even, you know, if you've got extra, you know, Mythic Legion heads or something that you found from a flea market, or you find a 50-cent Witcher figure from the store, you know, like those are definitely ones to practice and try some different things on. 50 cents. I can't believe that. That's crazy.
That's better than flea market.
I know, right? Yeah, that's great. But yeah, I mean, just the similar where I said, you know, I wouldn't start with like Caucasian flesh tones as your first paint job. You know, start with some armor, maybe go into some goblins or orcs, work your way towards that. Same thing with eyes. Like if you look at a lot of the Legions figures, like your goblins and stuff, or your orcs, they'll just have like a yellow eye, like completely yellow with maybe a black outline on it. But they don't have pupils and stuff. That's a good one to start with. Get used to painting in those tiny areas. Get used to like getting full coverage in that eye socket, and then from there, then you can kind of work your way up to, you know, more human-esque eyes. So
it's like crawl before you walk, basically.
Right? Yeah. Just kind of work your way up to that.
Yeah, you see me, I'm trying to run.
Yeah, and I get it. Like, especially like there's folks that come in and they're like dwarf fans, right? Mm-hmm. And they just want to paint dwarves, and that's all they want to do right off the bat. Yeah. And that's cool, but those are some of the hardest things to paint. So, you know, you just got to realize that, you know, as you're doing that, like you're starting off very difficult, and it's harder to, you know, if you're painting in a really tiny area and you're trying to paint these pupils and all this stuff, and you never get comfortable with the whole area, it's a little bit hard to get used to it. So yeah, I would start small.
Thank you.
Gina here says color shift paints don't require a lot of shading to look natural. The shifting give dimensions for you. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of different things that you can do. There's you know, somebody mentioned speed paints earlier. I don't use a lot of speed paints, but that might be one of those things that I test out and try on one of those days that I'm kind of messing around. Contrast paints can do a lot of that. Color shift paints. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely some different things that you can try and see what works. A lot of this is just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what you like. You know, there's going to be certain things that I recommend that you're like, that absolutely did not work for me. I don't like that, and that's fine. And then there's going to be other things that I recommend that you're going to be like, hey, I love that. That's awesome. So, you know, I've picked up things from a million different people on YouTube and Instagram or whatever. You just got to kind of try stuff out and see what you like. So, Joe says you start painting dwarfs, think it's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy, but it ends up being difficult lemon difficult. So, yes, that is, dwarves is a rough place to start with. So start with goblins, start with orcs. You know, those are some
vampires.
Fun ones. Or vampires, or even just like knights. You know, we've talked about like just painting the dots, the rivets. You know, painting some trim, things like that. those are great places to start. Get your hand comfortable with painting a detailed line, and you know, being smooth, get the jitters out and all that kind of stuff. So let's pull up these sanding sticks, and let's go ahead and roll this. We got 48 people, and I'm going to spin this one.
Spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby, right round, right round.
Exactly. And we got Joe Martinez. So Joe Martinez gets some sanding sticks. So there you go. We are going to go ahead. We haven't reached 100, but I'm going to go ahead and do one more giveaway. We've got 81 people in here. We've already done 4 giveaways. We're doing 5 giveaways. That's not 1 per 25. I don't know how to math right, but that's okay. It's all right.
Steiner math.
Yeah, this is Steiner math here. So let me pull up this next set that we've got for you. This is the Oni set by Jason Rodriguez. So this is for a 1.0. You can see here it's available on Wolf King Customs. You've got that Oni head there, the pauldrons, and then that big giant spiky club that goes with it. So this would be another one that I think, you know, it would be great for, you know, you could do a very kind of easy paint job on this. And, you know, if you're a beginner or amateur, but if you're an expert painter, you've been doing this for a while, there's definitely a lot of details that you can make this pop. So just kind of depends on what you want to do with it. So, and we are going to use the hashtag OniBat, because I like that club. I think it's an OniBat. So yeah, so hashtag OniBat for this last giveaway. We'll have to save the other ones for another time when we get some more people watching. But I think that's pretty good night, pretty good giveaways. Give them a beautiful night, parts that they can paint up. This was a lot of fun, guys. I appreciate everybody watching. You know, Kent and G joining me here.
Thank you, Curtis.
You know, thanks so much for the support of the channel. You know, once again, if there's anything that you want to see that you're not seeing, let me know. I've had a few dislikes on the videos, which, you know, it's all right. It's okay. I mean, if you do dislike something, you know, let me know why. Let me know why you disliked it so that I can make it better. I haven't had a lot, but I think there's like 3 or 4 videos that have had like 1 thumbs down. So, you know, if you watch something, you're like, hey man, that just wasn't it. Let me know. Let me know why. I'll try to get better.
One of the things I picked off of Curtis's channel.
That's a fun one too. I got that from Joe Martinez. I can tell you just about everything that I use and everything that I do, I've picked up from somebody else. Like this is not.
It's the passing on of knowledge, and that's what's beautiful.
Yeah, none of this is stuff that I've just, you know, got myself for the most part. So, let's see. Loop here says, congratulations. So glad your show turned out to be quite the entertaining, informative success. Naval on Sir Curtis. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's see. Guess you can't say I don't know about going live. I don't know when or if I'll go live. It just kind of happens. You know, I was thinking about it this weekend and I was like, man, I hit 500 so fast. I was really just appreciative of, you know, everybody that jumped in to support it real quick and everybody that's been making comments. I was like, you know, let's just do another giveaway. And you know, I get to hang around with 2 cool people. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
I am TJ Williams says a dislike still count as interactions. True. I you know, I'm doing this channel though for people to, you know, to help them, to inspire them, to, you know, give them some tools and tips and tricks and techniques. So if there's something that they don't like, I would like to know what that is so that I can get better at it. But yeah, you're right. At the end of the day, it's an interaction. So I have the sanding sticks on a few videos. Like typically what I've been doing with the affiliate links is if I used a certain product in that video, I'm trying to link it in there if I remember. So, you know, I can't remember which ones it's in right now. I think it might be in the one with the paintbrush, but I know there's some that have the sanding sticks in there. You know, I definitely have had the dry brush palette in a few. I've got So Flat paints in a couple, the paint brushes. So I'm trying to, as I put out the videos, include links that make sense for the video that I put out there. So, do you have a video of your custom collection? Well, my custom collection is really mixed in with my regular collection. So no, not exactly, but I probably should do a video tour at some point. If I did that though, I'd probably put that on the Just Shelve It channel or maybe the Off-World channel, because this would be more customizing. But as I get new customs done, I will definitely do a video and kind of talk about the customs that I'm doing. And that's one of the videos I have this week, is where I talk about my favorite 10 customs that I did this year. So yeah, Kent.
Where do I go to see all of your painted thumbnails?
I don't have those listed anywhere, but one thing I did last year is every custom that I sold from a certain point of the year on, I think it was like from April on, I actually took the painted swatch on my thumbnail and like put it on this card that has like a thumb on it. And then I signed it and dated it and stuff. So a lot of people did get some of those this past Legion's Con.
And you can find them on eBay right now.
Yeah. Tanya, I will definitely drop it, since I've done the giveaway and stuff on. I'll definitely put it in this video when we're done. I'll put it in the description. And like I said, I'll include it in any other ones that make sense to have it on. So
awesome reason to come back for the replay so you can see the description.
There you go. And for some reason my tool went down for the giveaway, but I think it should still pull up the people that have put in for it. So let me just put that back in here and make sure. Onibat. Yeah, it says I got 42 people as of right now. So let me share that. So I got 42. There's 91 people watching. This is for that whole Oni set, the Oni head, the pauldrons, and the big giant club. And then we'll go from there. And if for some reason we get to 125 before we pull that, the next prize is an Anubis. So just FYI, I don't know that we're going to hit 125 before then, but if we do, that's the next prize, is Anubis. Let's see. Any other questions or comments out there? Let's see. Thanks for all the great videos. Been helpful for a newbie customizer. You're absolutely welcome. Next sticker for Legion's Con 25 is Curtis Painted Nail. So my actual logo, if you look at it, the Art by Ackerman logo has like a hand and a paintbrush on it, and the thumb does have a painted nail on it. And same thing with the Art by Ackerman, the pins that we do. You'll see the little painted thumbnail on it as well. So it's kind of tiny, but it is definitely there. That logo, the just plain Art by Ackerman logo, was created by Len LaGuardia, Wolf King Customs. So he's awesome. Yeah. Faust 6 says that would be an insane giveaway. Yeah, I'm telling you, the last three are pretty up there. You got Anubis, Bastet, and a Waltor 2-pack. Legion's Con 2-pack. So the last three are pretty fire, but I don't know that we're going to get there count wise. So we'll see. After scouring eBay, said no fingernail. So and it says call your neighbors and family, guys. It's Anubis. Yep, it's true. And Benny's in. Benny says, what's up, guys? Hey. Curtis Kenty. How's it going, sir?
Hey, Ben.
All right, we are going to pull this Oni prize. Let me share my screen. Once again, this is hashtag Onibat for the Oni head, pauldrons, and club. And this fits a 1.0 figure. So I'm interested to see what kind of body somebody would use on this. Trying to think what would be a good body for that. Maybe like the Lord Bushati figure. That might be a good one.
Monkey King torso.
Oh, Monkey King. Yeah, that'd be a good one. Yeah.
King. That armor.
Yep. All right, let's pull this and see who wins.
Winner. Only bat.
Faust 6-1. So yeah, nice job. Hit me up either Facebook or Instagram. I will get that prize out to you. These last 3 prizes we will save, and they will go in the pile for the next giveaway that we do. If we don't have enough viewers the next time that we do a giveaway, we'll definitely give it away when we get to 1,000 subscribers. So keep watching, keep liking and subscribing. If you have friends out there that you think they'd be interested, have them subscribe. One way or another, I'm giving away these figures, just a matter of when. So, either on the next giveaway that we do or once we hit 1,000. So
jump in.
But I appreciate everybody joining tonight, everybody watching. Obviously, this is normally the time where we do Shooting the Shelf, but we did a show earlier today. So this time slot was open. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. If there's anything, like I said, that you would like to see differently, hit me up. Let me know. I'm new to this stuff, so I'm not opposed to changing things up or doing it a little bit different. And Kent, G, appreciate all your support. You guys have been superstars. Thank you for everything, and thanks for joining me tonight.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I just want to say out there in TV land, support the channel, pass it on to a friend. Like Curtis was saying, it's been very helpful. I'm like a part-time customizer, not even customizer. I'm a part-time dibble and dabbler in paints. And you know what I mean? It's helped me out just these past. He's been pumping out content like crazy. The dude has been hitting home runs right out the bat. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? Grand slams on every video. And if you guys want, just pass it down because it's so helpful, man. And not only that, the video might be about one thing, but then you'll see little things inside of that video that you'll be like, oh, I could use that too as well. So guys, definitely hit that subscribe, pass it down to your mamas, your kids, and everybody like that. Hit the like button, do all that good stuff, and watch, because if it's gonna go live, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point, because there's certain things that I could probably make some of these videos shorter, but in doing that, I may skip some things that I'm having to do along the way that, like you said, I may not have had a video that's specifically on cleaning brushes, but I've done some videos where I've cleaned my brushes in there because that is a necessary part of what I'm doing. So, there's a trade-off. Like I would like to keep some of these videos to more like 15-20 minutes, and instead they get to be like 30 something minutes. But that's because I'm including some steps that I think are kind of important. So I did want to pull up, I saw one more on here. Hold on. I lost the comment now. It was about prepping parts. I've lost it, but somebody said basically a video on prepping parts. I do have one where I show like the exploded view of what a figure looks like and how, like, I put it on the certain sticks and things to get it ready. So that is out there. The only thing I didn't do was actually show myself like priming it, which I don't know that there'd be first of all, I don't know how I would film that because I'm holding the part and I'm holding the primer and it's outside. So I'd have to figure that out. But also there's not a whole lot to that. Like it's not super difficult, but if priming parts is something that people are interested, let me know and I'll try to figure out a way. But that's really the only thing I didn't do in that video as far as getting stuff ready to go. But yeah, there's other things. Like,
that's almost a 2-man job, recording and actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the stuff is not, like if I'm doing it at my desk, I've basically got an arm that goes over my desk that I can put my phone in, and it kind of records everything that's going on my desk. If I'm talking to the camera, I do it down here and I can do it with this. But if I'm like outside priming something, that's a little bit difficult. So, Purple Ray says, I've heard people ask about seeing the process of priming. Like, do you use paint it on or spray? I use spray primers. The main one I use is Citadel. Citadel has a really great primer. They've got a bunch of different colors. Chaos Black is the one that you hear people talk about the most. It's really what I have found to be the best in the business. Now there's other primers that you can get away with. There's an Army Painter one that's not too bad. The Monument Hobby one I hear is pretty decent. You know, there's even some that are the store that for, you know, like at Walmart or something that you could get by with for certain parts. But when it comes to especially the softer parts, like the waist pieces, the loin pieces, the more flexible parts, those tend to leave it very sticky and you can't really paint on that. It's just gonna be terrible. But Citadel works every single time. So I've tried a bunch of stuff, and if you guys want me to try something, there's something that you say, hey man, this thing's awesome, try it out, I will test it and try it, but I've never found anything to be better than Citadel. So I just throw that out there. Dirk asked, how's the tooth of that primer? So I just apparently learned this week. Apparently tooth is a term for being able to grab paint on a primer. I think Citadel's awesome with that. Like, you don't want something that is like gritty like sandpaper because it'll obscure the details of the sculpt. But it does a good job of giving you a nice surface to paint on and holding that paint without obscuring the details. So I think Citadel is awesome when it comes to that. Yeah, I've heard there's a lot of great primers just like Citadel as well. I've heard it a million times. Oh, Army Painters just like Citadel, Monument Hobby just like Citadel, and it's not. There's one Citadel, and that's not to say that they won't ever come out with something that's great, but right now Citadel is the top of the line. So just FYI. All right. Well, that's it, folks. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys joining me.
Appreciate you too, Kurt. Thank you for all the videos.
Thank you very much. I'm going to play the outro, close out the video, and we'll talk to you folks later. You too. I will be with you in just a second.
All right.
See you, folks. Oh, also, keep creating.